Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Vinland Saga, you guys. I'm really excited to see what is going to happen next. If you're joining me early today, you already know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, with some help from you guys, I have gotten a little bit more clarity on what happened last episode with Canute. It was such a kind of existential moment and explanation of what the world means, what love means, what his place in the world is in context of this new information, that I think I was like getting it a little bit, but I needed a little bit of help to see exactly where they were going with it. And thankfully you guys gave that to me. So from what I understand, the love that the priest was trying to communicate to Canute was this self-sacrificial love. And, it's the kind of love that, kind of as far as we can see on the show, really only like God has shown. You know, the love that Canute got from Ragnar was, you could argue, you know, somewhat of a, not a selfish love, but it wasn't like laying down your life for somebody, you know. And Thors actually has done that, and I think that's why the priest was so taken aback a few episodes back when, you know, we saw him talking with the brothers and they were explaining to him about Thors. But other than that, you know, it's this kind of like unattainable love. And the only way that, you know, the characters we've seen have even started to show that is just by like giving themselves back to the earth when they die. They really like aren't even getting close in life. So of course this leaves Canute very like disillusioned and upset with God about the fact that like people just aren't getting it. And this is not like, it's not working. So I get that a little bit better now. Now I'm concerned because the last thing we saw Canute doing was like he was going to go to Thorkell and like start asking for stuff. And now I'm concerned, like, if he thinks that the only kind of love is self-sacrificial, is he trying to take up the mantle of being like self-sacrificial in order to like get stuff done? I hope not. I hope he has a plan, but that's, I mean, in my head, like, that's kind of where I'm going with it. But thank you guys for the feedback, because I do feel like I have a clearer understanding now of, like, where he's at. Meanwhile, Thorfinn went airborne and presumably is not okay. I don't think they would kill him off. But, you know, being laid up, especially in his position where his like only goal is revenge, if he's like paralyzed or something, that's going to be a real issue for him. Not only because like he has to like, this is his line of work now, like he has to be able to take care of himself, but because we know ultimately, you know, he wants to put Askeladd out of his misery. Well, no, actually I think he wants to put Askeladd in some misery, but you know, he's not going to be able to do that if he's all laid up. So we have a lot to look forward to, but finding out anyway. But I do feel like I have a better understanding of like, oh, okay, this is kind of the transformation now that's taken place with Canute. That last scene of him just being like all king-like, I was like, I felt some trust in him. Now I'm concerned because of the whole self-sacrifice thing. I'm like, Canute, do not sacrifice yourself. Do not. So, all right, guys, we've definitely got some stuff going on. What do you say we go ahead and jump in, see what is going to happen next on Vinland Saga? Let's go. Oh, God. I can't believe he's actually up. Thorfinn. His arm, though. Really? I gotta say, it's pretty cool that Thorkell's like, okay, let's forget about win and lose. I had a good time. I'm gonna follow through on my end of it. He's weirdly like a nice. Yeah, I would say he's a nice guy, but he can be like weirdly decent. Right. The troll. Dang, he didn't know any of this. Like, I guess I assume. Hang on. No, 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 no. So they were real close. He really did care. He's so weird. He legitimately, has strong feelings. Oh. He doesn't want to be found. I'm sure that must have been really disappointing for Thorkell. And he did. He did all those years. He must have really loved them. That's not the life he wants. Thorkell, honey, you need to let him go. He can see it in his eyes. Something is different. And he does not like it. I was going to say that baby is due to start freaking out any time now. That's probably why he wants to leave. He's going to go make plates and stuff and pans. That's what he was doing, right? Oh. And he did not need the sword at all. Holy cow, he did that to Thorkell. He really loved him. Really? Ah. Not to... Oh. Thorkell's kind of deep. He made pans. And he shoveled a lot of snow. I mean... Oh, Thorfinn. Uh-oh. Don't taunt him. He will stop. Honey, your arm is broken. He is just a little ball of rage. Just honey. He's like, that's what you get. Well, now. Thorkell's not a bad guy, you guys. Have you met Thorfinn? And here's just Askeladd just like creeping up. Did it? You're not really I thought he was going to throw a snowball at him. I'm like, you're not really starting a snowball fight with him. That will be a very interesting turn of events if this turned into a snowball fight. Oh, and but they... Oh, he knows how to get to him. Okay. Faking him out. Oh. Yes. For once, Thorfinn's like kind of putting strategy above his rage, which is really hard for him, we know. Yes. Just for a second. And there's your shot, there's your shot, there's your shot. Take it, take it, take it, take it. His face? Is it his face? Holy cow, and he's down. And he's down. Did he just like kick him in the face? Or in the neck? Oh my god, that face though. Uh-oh. He just gouged his eye out so nasty. He's like, stop, I'm having the time of my life. Oh my lord. Yeah, no, that's a big no-no in his book. They were trying to save you. Oh, you're not gonna get the chance. I feel like he's gonna weirdly respect that. Yeah, he's gonna have like a weird respect for his resolve. And up rolls Canute. Oh, Canute. Yeah, these two have made some very poor choices. Oh no, he's not in there anymore. He's not in there anymore. Oh. He hit a nerve there, and I'll tell you what, I don't think you want to hit a nerve on Thorkell. Oh no. He's very honorable. Yeah. Yep. Oh. What's your angle here? What's your angle? Is he trying to size up what Canute's gonna do? He's like, wait, this is where my prince becomes a king. And he's got it. And he's got it. A loss. Great loss. But more than that. Can I adopt Canute and just lavish him with love? Yeah, you're giving him exactly what he wants. That's a good question. To fight him, sweetheart? To fight him? My baby. Can we have like a training montage for you? There's that self-sacrifice. He seems like he wouldn't take kindly to that. Oh, please don't punch this beautiful boy. Please do not punch this sweet, soft boy. Oh my god. Did he just stop on purpose, or did like Canute's resolve make him? Where has he seen it? He has the same perspective as Thors. Wow. Oh. He's gonna follow Canute. He's gonna follow Canute. He's gonna be his sword. Askeladd is not okay. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Whoa. And he can't argue with that because there's that self-sacrificial love. To be fair, Ragnar's death is what spurred him on to this sudden growth. Who are you? Who even are you? He's like, don't steal my thing. Out of here. Get out of here. And he's like, yay. Be friends. Killed your men, but whatever. They didn't like you anyway. All right, you guys. Let's talk because Canute is a straight up boss. How did this happen? Canute, you have become an overnight boss. I blinked and this beautiful boy just turned into a king. I knew it at the end of the last episode, but when it washed over me that Thorkell was about to follow him and fight for him and be his like brute force and his sword and his strength, I was like, oh my God, this is a leader. And it goes back to like everything that they've talked about at one point or another comes back later on with like different contexts, but like the same themes, because we had Askeladd talking about it several episodes back about the fact that, what makes people follow a leader. And we know that he was talking about, we know he was referencing himself, but we know he was really thinking about what this king, this vision that he had in his head was supposed to be like. And I love how that comes full circle in this as he watches Canute become that king that he envisioned and rally up people and inspire their hearts and lead them in that way. Even someone like Thorkell, who it's hard to figure him out, but it's not. When you get right down to it, he's a pretty simple guy. I absolutely loved that. And Askeladd coming forward and being like, I killed Ragnar, please let me die for you. And Canute just being like, I can't argue with that. My whole thing is about self-sacrifice for the betterment of the world. So I love how even with this new realization, you could see in his eyes that he was very angry about it because he still loves Ragnar in that way. As much as he can admit to himself now that like maybe it wasn't real love or maybe it wasn't whatever, it's like it still is his heart that much. I love that. I love that like he didn't lose that. How could you lose that overnight, Okay. Big revelations here, guys. So Thorkell is his uncle. I mean, that just blows my mind because a few episodes back when I think it was mentioned or we put together that, they would have had an interaction with one another. It's like, cool. They're probably like, it didn't sound like there was anything really to it, but wow, was there something to it? Wow, was there ever something to it, you guys? Uncle Thorkell. I'm not going to lie. I kind of wish Thorkell was my uncle. How much more fun would family gatherings be if Thorkell rolled up? I'm just saying. Kind of wish he was my uncle. Oh man. And again, like I love that now we know he was fighting Thorfinn. I kind of had sized him up as like, oh, he just likes to fight. He's just like a big, happy doggy. Just like, just let me fight and play and do things. But he has a lot of depth. He has a lot more depth than I ever gave him credit for. And now we know that his whole like fighting for the sake of fighting does go a little bit deeper than that. He actually does want to find out what a real warrior is, and the reason he was so pursuing Thorfinn, especially after he found out he was the son of Thors, was that, you know, he wants to unlock that secret. Yes, he loves fighting, but there is more to it than, like, you know, I'm just a dog chasing the car, you know? And interesting to me that he wouldn't find that in Thorfinn, but he would find it in Canute. That look in the eyes he was looking for was not in Thor's son. And we know that Thorfinn himself is still trying to put that together, you know? But Canute has got it. I think that's a very interesting parallel, and I so want to see more interaction between Thorfinn and Canute now. Everyone's after what Thors had, this peace and realization. Very, very interesting. Very interesting stuff. So, all right. We're straight up going after the king. Canute is an overnight boss and now has some very powerful people on his side. That happened very quickly. I just have to say. Also, still not in Vinland. Still not in Vinland. At this rate, maybe like the last scene of the season will be like them deciding to go to Vinland or like getting to Vinland. But I don't know, guys. I mean, there has been like no mention of Vinland. Like, Vinland has nothing to do with the show. It was mentioned like once, briefly, twice. When Thorfinn was talking to that girl. And then once by Thors. I really think Vinland might be a place in your heart, you know? We're always in Vinland, in a way, because it's in here. That's where they're going with it. I don't know, guys. Nothing would surprise me at this point, but that was an awesome episode, I have to say. Last episode, kind of like, I had to really think about it, to kind of like get my head around it, and this one took those concepts and just went full force with them. Not to mention, like, the revelations and backstory and everything was great. So, all right, guys. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. We're definitely in the home stretch now. I think we have, like, maybe 4 or 5 episodes left. Have no idea if there's a season 2. I hope there is. I hope it's coming. I have no clue. But I loved that episode, and I hope you loved watching it along with me. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. Please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.